Hello, great people. Welcome back to Kirkplane. Today's discussion and topic is going to be one that should assist you to realize that there's many forces at work vying for your attention, seeking your approval, wanting your attention, guiding your desires, and focusing on controlling and influencing as well as exploiting you as a person. And I'm just going to speak freely and openly on how all of these things are placed in front of you and how it's just a constant bombardment of things to get you off balance and keep you spinning. The first thing that I want to say is that you are in control. You have the power. Your choice is the final answer. You are the master of your world. And with that being said, let's realize where we've let something else take control so that you can bring yourself back into true alignment with you as a person and you as your decision-making processes and you being the one under control of yourself. Because there's a lot of ads on TV and on your cell phone and on the internet that promote things to you. There's a lot of legislation that tells you what is okay to do and not okay to do. There's a lot of TV shows that tell you what you think should be important if you want to be liked. And there's a lot of buttons on your YouTube channel and social media channels to give people a like or a dislike or a smiley or a not smiley. So, do you see all the programming? It's forcing you to seek the approval outside yourself. It's forcing you to ask society if you're okay or not. The sad thing is most people aren't aware that they're being controlled and manipulated. They just think they're going through life in a comfortable, casual way, and everything's just fine because we're all just doing what we want to do. But if you had the choice to live on a beach and have your feet in the warm sand with the ocean water trickling at your toes and you leaning back on a half chair, slightly elevated off the sand, nice and clean, with a sketch pad in your hand, drawing beautiful pictures of sunrises and sunsets, for sale at the tip of the dock, versus working 10 to 12 hours a day in a clinic, grinding your feet bones into the hard tile floors, prancing across the dense, hard floors that are just super cold, destroying your back, your feet, and your body all week long for 2 weeks straight. That's what our choice would be, is we'd choose that destructive, hard-working path. As a college graduate with all wisdom and knowledge and smarts? No. I think you'd choose differently. But here's why. You choose that clinic job because you thought it was job stability. You thought it was guaranteed income. You thought it was a great way to retire. You thought it was a great way to make a difference. You thought it would be a great way to make a living. You thought it would be a wonderful way to take care of it and start a family, possibly. I think there's risks to being a free thinker. But you could have done either and maybe worked a very nice life for yourself. But as well, I think kindergarten through 12 and then college for 8 years, maybe 12 years for a master's. That's 24 years of your life, right? Actually, more like 30. Of brainwashing the 9 to 5 or the 7 to 3, whatever it is. All that to get a job. I think in America, yes, we're blessed to have education, but at the loss of having a freedom to live and to live out a life with peace and, I don't know, simplicity. We are by far the most advanced group of slaves that's ever been. It's the highest class of slavery and unemployment and all the other things in the world. We're starting to lose those class separations even more. I just think we've been trapped by the great corporations that wanted to control us all. The consumerism that those corporations deploy keeps everybody going back to work for more. When I was young, we had so many farms in my community that you could buy all your fruits and vegetables from your local market. But now you go to the grocery store and it's a lot more expensive. As well, if you do find it at your local farmer's market, the cost is much higher now because they're going to call it organic or they're going to call it local, and they do deserve that. They deserve to make money, considering they're basically preserving an art form. Canning and gelling and harvesting, those are all lost art forms. They're done by corporate with GMOs, and even that'll be, all this will be all gone away if we don't turn it around. Your money will be controlled by government as digital currency rolls out. Your food consumption will be controlled by corporations as they create cellular meat sources because they're wanting to outlaw the cows and protect the chickens and the pigs, and all in the name of love and veganism and God. The hypocrisy of it all. It's a sad time for people that are smarter than this to have to be enslaved to more of their desire to be cool. They have to be cool in the way they dress and in the digital products they use and wear. They have to try to fit in and have the latest, greatest new stuff when the old one would work just fine. This is what we call targeted exploitation. And it creates a lack by showing you something more you need when you need nothing. But it convinces you that you need something because of a commercial or a flash on a computer screen or an ad. And it makes you feel like if you had that, you would then be perfected. Then you would be approved. Then you would be in the right place, have the right things, and be ready for your daily life. When it's all a lie. You need nothing. Everything you need is available to you in moderation. What this is a real attempt to address is how the world has distracted you with so many things that you no longer have peace of mind. I know you want to say you do. Oh, I'm at peace. I want a new cell phone anyway. A new $1,000 cell phone. No, you didn't want it. You wanted the latest and greatest. Same thing with that. Oh, I only spoil myself once in a while. I only go to Buckle like once a year to get a really, really nice pair of jeans for when I go out. No, you don't. You're a liar. And stop going to clothing stores for your approval for yourself. That's going to stop working eventually when you get fat. Then you're going to have to go to the gym. Then you're going to get old and you're going to have to go to the plastic surgeon. Do you see how it all works? It tells you you're not okay. You're not okay. You're not approved. You're unacceptable. But we can help. And then they sell you some crap. And you buy it and gobble it up and listen to it and follow it and chase it and pursue it and utilize it and do it. You're in yoga, you're in dance, someone's in your underpants. That's all that is. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. It's a vicious cycle. It's repackaged, it's reprogrammed. It's the same stuff. You just fell for it again. When are you going to take control of your soul and your spirit? When are you going to just do you? Stop falling for the lies. Stop falling for the misrepresentations. Stop being drugged around by your passions and your pleasures, and just be at peace inside yourself. No gadgets, No distractions. No tricks. No tools. Nobody. One-on-one with you. At the same time, if you found someone that really loves you and you really love them and you guys connect at a deep level, you may be the luckiest person on the planet. And cherish that. But you're the one rare couple. The rest of them have to Snapchat, Insta-screw, hook up, hookah up. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hookah up. We used to get just drunk enough to where we'd forget what happened at teenage parties, right? Remember those days? You were too young to drink, but were willing to experiment. Yeah. Well, those days happen to a lot of people. And that's what the Bill Cosby story was to bring out, was all the wrong people that drank at parties and screwed in their teenage years. I'm not saying Bill Cosby's innocent. What I'm saying is the story's the same. The storyline is a trap. It's to make youthful innocence criminal activity. And I mean, honestly, maybe somebody wants access and control over those children now. And so they're going to come in and look like the savior. But in my opinion, I think what we did as teenagers, where we threw a party and had a few drinks and couples kind of hooked up, and yeah, maybe once in a while somebody had some regrets. If it was rape, they should have thought about that before they got into the heavy drinking, because that's a source to deny the whole occurrence and say, I fell into it because I was drunk. And many of the people are still doing it to this day. Oh, I don't know, I was drunk and somebody roofied me. So realize, folks, this isn't a one-sided deal. There's two sides to every story. There is their side and there's your side. And what I'm saying is, you need to come to grips with yourself on the inside and be accountable and responsible for every choice you make. There is no victim that I can see in this process. There are individuals making personal choices from their independent motivations. And only when it comes down to consequences do they start coming up with justifications and excuses for their actions. Bring accountability back into where it belongs, within your own soul and spirit. Those are the ones that have control over their circumstance and will be granted a blessing. Don't be mistaken. Only those who walk in the light are children of the light. Only those who pursue the truth will find the truth. Only those who are of a sound mind and can decipher through and balance both sides to make an appropriate decision are going in the straight and narrow path through the gate into the kingdom. Please take this task on urgently today. Find yourself. Stand in your sovereignty. Stand in your autonomy, your self-governing. Don't give it out to anyone else to control. Don't lie and deceive yourself by saying you were pressured or you fell into it because it was a trick or a trap or that you're a victim of it or anything like that. That's all the game. It's just a different way of you playing yourself. Don't live in the lies anymore. Stand up, get a grip, and live your life in truth. And you will be rewarded not only in this life, but in eternal life. Figure it out now. Because if you don't, you might have to repeat it again. Or your life might just end. I'm not sure. But one thing is for sure. You are free to choose and live sovereign and govern yourself in the light and in the truth. Seek that today.